we're going to find any consensus here at all. There are. This is a studio audience full of teachers, and passionate teachers, and it's good to know that there are the teachers out there that are standing up for your right to be an individual and teach the way you feel is the most effective, or to say, no, wait a minute, we do have to be more logical, or to say, no, well, no, wait a minute, I don't think Christy is. Or Joe, what was your statement here?
Unions don't behave perfectly. No organization I've ever been in has gone without disappointing me at some time, whether it's my union, whether it's my company, whether it's my church, whether it's my family, and frankly, sometimes myself. We don't behave perfectly. I don't think the union is the political machine you claim, apparently by the results of the last election.
Hold on just a second. Wait. Okay. Hold on, just wait. I'll let you finish. You watch the show?
Yes.
You watch the show?
Yes, not all the time, but yeah,
okay.
A lot.
How many here have seen the things that I have shown from the unions where they are in bed with communists and Marxists? Okay? So you've seen it. So when I say a political machine, I don't necessarily mean that they're trying to get somebody elected. That machine has made the decision up at the top. I don't think the union members have, but up at the top, they've made the decision, as Andy Stern says, and Richard Trumka, workers of the world unite. They are moving towards a different political machine than our republic. And that's what I mean. And they are clearly indoctrinating and using whatever button they can push on people to unite them and get them to push in that direction. You disagree with that?
Welcome to the world of unions and lobbies. And you're right. They are doing that.
Well, that's a problem with unions and lobbies.
But in Pennsylvania, let me give you an example. In Pennsylvania, half the teachers who voted for the Republican Governor Corbett, okay? And I don't think they realized what Corbett had in mind for education, which was outright destruction. But they went that way nonetheless. What I don't see is where the union has held me back from being a great teacher. It doesn't affect me in my classroom. I work with great teachers, and maybe I'm lucky. I think I am. We work in a great district. We're allowed to do things. I came in the first few years. I've done outrageous things, as Dave can tell you. I've had heated public political discussions in the faculty room. Trust me, I hold my line on issues. But I've been accepted nonetheless. I don't think it's this monolithic machine that you're talking about, and it certainly does not prevent me from being a good teacher.
I am not saying that at your level. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, can anybody else explain this? I'm saying this. Yes, up here, go ahead.
Mr. Beck, I totally disagree, and I also teach in the state of Pennsylvania. I did vote for Governor Corbett, and I'm proud of that. And I have to say, if this is not a political machine, the unions generate $2 billion a year from our dues that we have to contribute. If they are not a political machine, then why does that money not go towards education?
You've seen the who was the guy that was the head of the union here recently? We played his farewell speech, and he said, look, we can all say that we're here for talking to the unions. We can all say we're here for the kids. You remember the speech? Who was it? Do you remember? Anybody remember?
The NEA president.
NEA president. That's what it was. NEA president. We're here for the power.
Not about the kids.
Not about the kids. We're here for the power. Yes.
How do you protect the rights of the teachers in terms of like going back to traditionally with women, and when it started with teaching, when teachers would get exploited and different things are going on? How do you protect the rights of the teachers when you don't have the solidarity and the collective bargaining?
I'm not against, believe it or not, I just talked to my mother-in-law, I've told this story before, was arrested on a union march with Jesse Jackson, okay? And I just told her just the other day, she said, man, our school is out of control. And I said, Mom, I will march with you. She works at Yale. They treat their employees like garbage. Unions, I'm not against unions. I'm against corporations being so wildly out of control with no one watching over them. No, there's no stop. Right now, call the police on GE. Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call? All the way to the White House. There's no one to call because they're all in bed. Okay? If somebody's abusing the system in a corporation or in schools or whatever, and there's no union, who are you going to call? What, are you going to get another job? You're not going to get another job. You know what I mean? So it's the balance of things. When unions become too powerful, they get out of control. When business becomes too powerful, out of control, it's do the right thing. And that's what's not being taught anymore. Yes, in the back.
Oh, a couple of things. Our unions, the UFT, I work and teach in New York City, and a lot of times there's problems with older buildings, asbestos, PCBs, things of that nature. And the UFT has come to the defense of the kids, you know, stopping work, making sure the school is a safe environment to learn in. So they do some good as well. I agree with you, though. They become a large, political, powerful machine that, in my school, there are a lot of people that don't agree with their political agenda. They're out there. People are afraid to speak up.
Your money speaks louder than your words. Josephine. Very long microphone.
I believe we need competition. I mean, when you're in business and you want a good product, you have competition.
The unions are squashing the competition. You don't want competition, Joe.
That's not true.
Okay.
That's a distortion. What I'm saying is, and coming from business, I'm a former chief financial officer. I understand economics. I'm a capitalist. Believe me. I vote
Just
your
not
way
in
most of the
education.
time. Here's the deal. Here's where the business model fundamentally breaks down, and I can go on for 2 hours about this. Let me give you an example. In business, if your revenues are down 20%, what do you do? What do you do?
You fire or cut back or
right,
you
because
raise
you
prices.
don't need as many people to produce product, service, deliver, administer it, okay? Our revenues get cut by 15%. Do we get rid of 15% of our kids? No, we keep them.
Pardon me, go ahead.
Wait,
Also trim fat too to
And
stay
there's
alive.
not nearly as much fat in education. Believe me,
Oh,
I've
no,
seen
no,
it.
no.
There is not nearly.
Who agrees with that? Who
Not
agrees that
nearly.
there's not enough fat to cut? There's not a lot of fat to cut in schools. Right, okay.
Is there some? Sure. There is fat in every profession.
Pardon me?
Yeah.
You know, in business, you basically, you bring stuff home from work. People do it all the time. In teaching, we steal stuff from home and we bring
Yeah.
it in.
Okay, let me tell you something, though. I went to... hang on.
when you don't have. Because my kids have gone to Christian schools, and I teach
Exactly
in a
right.
Christian school. And we become highly resourceful teachers. We end up reusing everything from the scrap paper that we cut it in half a test.
Back in a minute.